Okay, I must be crazy and everybody is too busy stuffing their face full of free food. But does anybody, and I mean anybody, that is not busy and is actually paying attention, see this half-eaten piece of bread floating in midair? Anybody? Anybody? No? No? Okay. What's going on, anime enthusiast? This is a little bit different. Nah, I'm just here by myself. I don't have JD with me. And I have an avatar. Well, I've had this for such a long time, and this is the first time everybody gets actually get to pull this out for something rather than being for pictures or whatnot. But that's not the point. The point of this is that I am trying to keep up with anime as they come out, and I believe this is one of the ways that I can do this while also kind of spreading like good anime, talking about good anime, and so talking about bad anime and why it's bad, or why the bad anime can be good sometimes. You know, just talking about anime in general and just spreading wisdom and having a thoughtful discussion about new anime. Yes, anime. I said it a lot. So I decided to scour the new anime that is out currently, and I went in without any expectations. I only read the synopsis. I haven't seen any of the teasers. And I decided to pick one that looked relatively interesting on D10 called My Status as an Assassin Obviously Exceeds the Heroes. Now, mouthful of title. Didn't really expect much going in. And at the end of the first episode, I was very pleasantly surprised and happy that this is actually shaping out to be a really good isekai anime. After the several years of dragging the genre through the mud, this one gives a fresh perspective on things and gives us some new ideas on how to tell a really good isekai anime story without any of the memes and tropes and whatnot of everything. So, what is it about? Spoilers, of course. This is a review and whatnot, so whatever. We follow a group actually, but there is a main character. Main character is Akira Oda. He's pretty much a loner, so not a loner, but he's more like a background character that became a background character because nobody really wanted to pay too much attention to him, and he kind of keeps to himself. He also, quote unquote, he reads isekai stories, double entendre, inception, whatnot. So the whole class gets transported to this world called Moringan by the king, and they find themselves in the human kingdom of Ritis, whatever it's called. The point is the king wants to save his kingdom because it's currently being attacked by demons, and only a hero from another world possesses the power to defeat the demon lord. Cool. Very simple isekai story. Hero from another world comes in, defeats the demon lord, everybody's happy, kumbaya. Everybody then starts to get their classes and their stats. They gotta go up and touch this crystal ball, and their status appears for everybody to see. Also, the guy that's mediating the whole thing says, hey, if you say status, your own class is shown. So people outside do it. So Oda does it, and he sees that he's assassin, but also he kind of sees that, wait a minute, my stats are kind of higher than everybody else's. And of course, Oda isn't a hero because his class isn't a hero. The student council president, Tsukasa Sato, he's the hero. And everybody's, ooh, ah, yay. And so Oda, seeing how things are a little bit weird and his spidey senses are tingling, he decides to not go up to the crystal ball and show off the abnormality. He, of course, uses one of his max level skills called Concealed Presence and just dips. He poofs. And seemingly nobody notices him disappear And there's a scene to where there's a knight that kind of notices him like leaving. We'll get back to that in a moment. But that's the basic premise. And through a few more scenes, Oda finds out the king isn't as truthful as he should be with everything. So there's something going on, and Oda can't really trust the king. But, he's an assassin, and everybody else is kind of, powerful in their own right. With that being said, Oda wants to go home. And he wants to go home and see his family. And that's like a really touching aspect to it. You never really see a character actually want to go back immediately from coming in. Like, Oda is like a really smart character. Sure, he's he's been thrown into this other world, everybody else. But instead of being oohed and awed by the world, well, technically he was a little bit. He kind of questions everything. Because you have to think, if only a hero, a singular hero from another world possesses the power to defeat the Demon Lord, why does everybody else need to be here? That's like what I questioned when I read that line. I was like, why is everybody else here? And Oda starts to question everything, and he starts to hide and disappear, and nobody really cares, or nobody tracks them. Except for the knight who saw him, Saran Mithre, as he's a knight commander of Ritis, the last bastion. And he kind of takes a liking to Oda because of him being different. And Oda kind of goes against the grain of everything. He goes into the archives, learns a little bit. He finds a book that will actually Saran planted within the library, the archives, that details a plan out for a coup that Saran's been planning. And so now we have a really good plot and a lot of theories that's going on. We have a very obvious villain who was the king, who was kind of lied about everything. We have our main protagonist, Oda, who wants to go home and who is really kind of only thinking for himself in the moment for now. We have Saran, who technically is a neutral body, but also at the same time, he wants to dethrone the king and make the world a better place away from his rule. So that's good. We have an ally. We have the class who is still being duped because Oda has refused to reveal anything, which is kind of a smart move. Keep everybody in the dark until the time is right. We can't really trust anybody within the royal family because they're all in on it. Yeah! There's just so much that's good about it. Art animation is really crisp, really smooth. It looks good. I like several of the scenes, especially the beginning, where it's an assassin on assassin fight. It's pretty amazing. They go through a dungeon, and that scene's pretty cool. We see Sato bearing the weight of being the hero, but because he's also like a hero as well. Well, he's the hero. He's also bearing the weight of being a student council president. There's a lot of multi-layer things going on. I hope that's when that was more explored. And we also know that Oda doesn't have any bloodlust, as an assassin. And Saran just wants Oda to become an assassin who respects life. So, already within the first episode, we see and hear so many things that are being good. I like the story so far. I like the intrigue that is happening. And finally, also in one scene, when the whole entire class is being led to the dungeon and the whole townsfolk are seeing them going across, see them as heroes. One of them, kind of like in the back alley, one who's like draped in some heavy cloak, Oda just sneaks up behind them and say, "Hey, what are you glaring at us for?" And the girl's like, "You guys don't know why you're here. What so much has been sacrificed to get here." somebody else other than Saran knows about something? Oh man. Okay. So there's a lot that the anime has done, a lot the anime has set up, and I am happy and excited for what's to come. I still need to temper my expectations. Hopefully nothing really changes too much from the formula that they've already set out, but I am excited for episode 2. So, if you guys want to check it out, again, it is called My Status as an Assassin, obviously X60 Heroes. It's a good isekai anime that actually goes against the grain, actually tells a really good, compelling story so far that we can tell. And I will be covering it so far. I'll try to see if I can find another anime that I'll also do at the same time. We'll see. I gotta pick out another one that kind of interests me. Maybe something in a comedy, maybe something in romance. We'll see when the time comes. But until then, that was the review for this anime. Tell me what you guys think about it in the comments below, and we can have a thoughtful discussion on what's going on. Hopefully stay this way. In other case, I hope you guys have a good day, night, evening, wherever you guys are in the world. And I hope your day is a little bit better than it already is. Y'all take care and peace.